We are live. Welcome to Real Deal Live. Special guest, the legendary Shay Quentin.
Hello,
Yay!
hello.
Oh, well, it's good to have you on here, buddy. Actually, I'm going to step outside and take a look at the cloudy weather.
Yeah, no, thank you for inviting me on. I do appreciate it. It's great to be here.
Yeah, we just started this about a little over a month ago, I guess, and we are. I guess we're doing. I guess we're doing UK lives. All the guests have been from the UK.
Yeah, I don't get the
And
opportunity to go on many lives, so it's nice to be invited on.
well, you're more than welcome anytime, brother. uh, let's see, it's 12:30 now. We should start seeing them roll in here a little bit. I hope. I've been posting out uh, advertisement for it, and every day I get banned on YouTube. Facebook every day from posting
Yeah,
every
no, I've
single
shared it
day.
out myself as well.
Good, good. Uh, well, we had a couple people in here. Now it doesn't. Now it shows nobody. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it doesn't
YouTube
matter.
can be
It's
a
just,
bit twitchy like that, though, can't it?
oh man, I don't. I got no comment about YouTube. I'll get back. I'll get back from there too. Um, hang on one second. We got one person in the house. I don't know who it is.
Hello, mystery viewer.
I can't see the comments. If whoever's in here, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to see your names. Got two people in here. Boy, it looks nice out at where you're at. Looks like it's nice weather.
It's been a good day, actually. My mum's come down to see her grandchildren, so we've been out on the beach doing a bit of fossil hunting, and we went and saw some wallabies up at Fancy's Farm, which is a rescue place for some animals and that, which was nice.
Well, that sounds wonderful. So you live
Yeah.
close to Dorset is close to the beach?
Yeah, so a lot of Dorset, like about half of Dorset, is all the coastline. So we live on the Jurassic coast. So it's I don't know if you would have heard, but recently there's been the largest mosasaur, which is a aquatic reptile. The largest mosasaur fossil has been found just in Dorset and from our cliffs where we had a cliff fall recently.
Wow, that is
Yeah,
cool.
David Attenborough was did a little documentary on it. You might know David Attenborough. I'm not sure. He's
Oh,
so
absolutely.
yes, in the natural place of their habitat, we now see the mosasaur. You know that chap, yeah?
Yeah, well, I definitely know who David Attenborough is.
Yeah,
Uh, I grew up watching or listening to him.
yeah. He's a
He,
national hero for us.
yeah, he's a hero over here as well. I mean, he's done a
Yeah,
lot of yeah, he's done a lot of documentaries about animals and
yeah,
uh, he's got a few out now about the whole planet Earth. It's
yeah.
Blue Planet or something like that. And yeah, David Attenborough is cool. Uh, I know you probably don't remember, but there was a guy by the name of Jacques Cousteau.
I know the name.
He was a he was like David Attenborough, but Jacques Cousteau did everything in the sea.
Okay.
He had a ship, a boat called the Nautilus, I think, and he would go to the Bermuda Triangle. He would go all over the world, and
Mm.
the the first giant that was uh, ever on film. He filmed it.
Oh, really? That's
Uh,
quite a claim, isn't it?
yeah, that is. But
Yeah.
yeah, David Attenborough and Jacques Cousteau and people like that, man, they are big over here. Uh, and like I said, I grew up watching that, and there was another guy by the name of Marlon Perkins, and he did something called Wild Kingdom. Now this is
Okay.
back when I was growing up, and he went all over the world looking at different animals and stuff, and he would get up close and personal. But I find that kind of stuff very cool, uh, especially the dinosaur thing, man, because Shannon and I both love dinosaurs, and
Yeah.
our grandson, that's all he was all about when he was, 3 and 4. Now he's 6. He's gone on to other weird stuff.
Yeah, I was very big on dinosaurs when I was little. I actually found this fossil this weekend, a little ammonite fossil, just
Oh
there.
wow!
Yeah, so that was one of my favourite finds from the weekend. It's a full fossil. You can see it goes all the way around. That would have been the entire fossil there. So I think that's probably the best fossil I've personally ever found, to be honest.
That,
I
that
know
is
lots
cool.
of people have found better fossils, but for me, that's my best fossil. So I was very happy to find that. So, but
Well,
yeah, no, I was a big dinosaur person when I was small too.
I think it's cool that you do. I mean, you do all kinds of stuff, and I'll be honest with you, Shay. We stole a lot of your ideas. Uh, Honestly, yeah, we would not have been doing mudlarking and maglarking if it wasn't for you.
Well,
I don't know.
that's
I
all
don't know.
good by me.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but in the summertime, I'll get out on my walker and I'll be out in the
Yeah,
middle. Okay, and Shannon is always walking. This year we made our own stick magnets for the
yeah,
summer.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, so and they're easy to make. You just take a couple old magnets that you have laying around and attach a paracord to it, and then run it through a hollow handle, a hollow metal
yeah,
handle, and uh, tie it up tight, and you're good to go. Put a little tape on it, and you got a stick magnet. Instead of paying $70-$100 for one, you could have one for $10.
yeah, definitely. That's the way to go.
But yeah,
No, yeah, sorry, you
I'm
carry
sorry.
on.
We would not have done bottle hunting or mudlarking or anything if it wasn't for you, because we never would have seen it. We started watching magnet fishing from people in the UK. No,
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about the people in the US, and so that's why we really started doing this live, was because everybody we watched was from the UK. Uh, Speaking of bottles, let me show you something real quick. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know how to make the screen bigger on here, but I'm gonna
um,
try to show you.
are you on a phone?
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
If you turn your phone sideways, you should end up like me. Or you might have screen lock on at the top in that case, which is one of the top things. It looked kind of like if you go to the top of your phone and scroll down, so you get the menu thing, and then it's like a little wheel. I don't know if that's helping. My explanation is probably not helping in the slightest.
I'm
If it's
afraid
any help, I could do this.
Oh, well, no, that's fine. However you was is fine. Oh, actually, I've got a comment on here. Uh, I didn't think I was able to see comment. I think I hit a button. Hello, Trial Valley. Hello, Chris Shibik.
Tri Valley, Chris, welcome. Hello.
Uh, I wanted to show you. I'll just turn my phone around here real quick. I don't know if you can see that or not. Got
Oh
about
yeah, the
two.
whole line of bottles all the way along. That looks really cool.
Yeah, there's about 120 bottles up there.
Honeybee.
But we got bottles laying everywhere because of you.
I love bottles. I've got far too many. I recently got rid of about, oh, I don't even know, probably about 1,000 odd bottles I had to get rid of recently. I sold
Yeah,
them off cheap to someone because they go and do bottle fairs and things. But I kept a few of them. Like this is a big hot water bottle, a stoneware hot water bottle,
oh wow,
um,
that
just there.
that
So
is
you'd have
all
filled it up with in there, and then put it in the foot of your bed, heated up your bed, and then take it out when you go to bed, sort of thing.
that is cool.
Well, this is a
How
nice one that I kept.
nice. That is
And,
super nice. So how old do you think that hot water bottle is?
oh, I put it around the wrong way. Probably that's probably not a super early one. I'd probably put that around 1900, maybe late 1800s. But then something like this, which is a poison bottle. It's a coffin poison bottle. They're called. I don't know how the camera will pick it up, but it has not to be taken across there with the ridges. So if it's in the dark, obviously candlelight was used a lot. You'd be able to feel you shouldn't be drinking it.
Right,
Um,
right.
it's got 3 ounces on the bottom there, and yeah, so that's quite old. Along with, well, this would be a wartime bovril, which would be like a beef stock, and then this one's a much older version of the same, which would have been the same product. But these are about mid 1800s. These ones.
Those are nice.
And then another one of my favourites is this lovely little blue, cobalt blue poison, which you can see not to be taken on there. And
Yeah,
that's one of my favourites, that one.
yeah. We love cobalt.
Yeah.
You know, another idea we stole off you was
Andy.
the pottery garden.
Yeah, oh, I love a good pottery garden. It looks so nice. And it's
Yeah,
a way of keeping the broken bits and preserving the history still. Even though they're
yeah.
broken, they still look so nice.
Well,
That's
we
how I
even
found this. Actually, I thought this was a teeny bit of pottery in the river, and I picked it up, and it turns out it's called a confetti marble from Germany, and they're worth about £8, so about $10.
wow, that is cool.
Sorry, I spoke over you.
Oh no, you're fine, buddy. No, our pottery garden, we ended up putting old metal relics in there too. We combined
Yeah.
both of them. I mean, let me see if I can walk out here. I don't know if I can get out there to show you, but it's a small one. But we've got several items in there. Hello, Andy Bannister. Morning, campers. That's what he always says. Oh, trying to get out here. We found Shannon found a 1940s or 50s TV tube.
No way.
Yeah, hang on, I'm gonna show it to you. Let me get out here. This is just a little garden right here, but I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you.
Oh yeah.
That's
Have you
the
got
tube.
insulators in there? Are they green insulators I'm seeing?
Oh yeah.
That's really cool. I'm yet to find a glass insulator.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we find those all the time. Look, hang on a second. I'm gonna show you a real big insulator. This right here.
Oh wow, yeah. That would have been huge when it was complete. Wait,
Yeah.
I think I've got a big one somewhere. Let me go and see. I'll show you the biggest one I've got.
Hello, Annie B. Hello, Andy.
Hello. So I got a railway insulator. So it's
Oh,
for the
that's
third
nice.
rail. That's the best insulator I've got, but it's ceramic. Oh, I just hit myself with it.
Be careful. That is not.
Yeah. So that's the biggest one I've got. but I'd love to find a glass one like you've got there. The colours are so pretty.
They're beautiful. And when we find them whole, we keep them on the porch. I don't know if you can see this or not, what I'm pointing to.
Oh yeah, is that a rim?
That's a wagon
Oh, no.
wheel rim. That's a
Oh,
wagon from the, I looked it up, and it's from the 1830s to 1890s. And over here,
that's cool.
off that, we found a spot off that where the wagon wheel was found. Right next to it, this was found.
What is that?
That is called a bolster.
A
It's called
bolster. Okay.
A wagon bolster. It goes underneath the wagon, and that's how I was able to date it. It was from the shape of the bolster.
That's a cool find. That's some serious history there. Busby, hello.
That was pulled up on a magnet. The bolster was, and so was the wagon wheel. Now you talk about heavy. That bolster was heavy because it's mostly wood, and it was waterlogged. It's been down there since God knows how long. We figure there was probably a wagon wreck right there below the bridge, because that bridge was made back in the 1860s, 1870s. That's the only reason it would be there that I would think. And
so was that a 1 or 2 magnet job?
1.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got, mine's called a Kratos Titan.
Is that Kratos Power, I was going to say?
Oh, yeah. It's a 3,800 pound 360. I'm not sure what that is in kilograms. And here's one last thing I want to show you. It's another insulator. Hold on one second. I'll turn it around. The brown thing.
Wow. Oh, was that like a double insulator, but in one thing?
Yeah, it's a double. And that's from the early 1900s, probably about 1920, 1930. But
it's amazing. I never thought when I was younger I'd end up actually handling the amount of history that I've handled.
Oh no, it's totally unreal. I guess people would call it surreal, but yeah, I never thought in a million years the history that we find, that a lot of the magnet fishers find, and it just still amazes me. We've been doing this for almost 4 years now, and it still amazes me what's being found. Now we only fish in one creek or one river.
Yeah,
we got a 12-mile stretch, and we haven't even touched the surface, really.
Wow.
Hello, Busby. We got a few people in here now, coming and going. But I like finding personal history too. This is something really cool. I hope you can see it.
Is that an old? Would that be for a house?
Yeah, it would sit on top of a mailbox.
Ah, yeah.
And the funny thing is, this address does not exist anymore.
Really?
No, we have no idea where this would be. I've looked it up. I went through the post office.
Is anybody on there?
They can't find it.
Because it wouldn't show nothing on the computer.
Wow, that's cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, just the personal history that we find.
Yeah.
You want to say hi to Shay?
Nope.
Say hi.
Hello.
He's shy.
Okay. Say hi, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, Shay.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll be back in a while.
Yeah, we're just going to the store until it's time to go.
Okay. There, my daughter and my grandson and Shannon are heading out to the store, and they'll be back shortly. They got on Saturdays. My wife Shannon, she goes over to her aunt's house. She's getting up in age, and she goes over there and takes care of her a little bit.
Fair play. Got to help the family out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, while we was talking about all the cool stuff, man, I mean, there's so much stuff. I'm going to show you one last thing, and then I'm done showing stuff. 1931 Model A hubcaps.
Oh yeah. Oh, a whole set as well.
All 4 of them found on 4 different days in 4 different locations on the same river.
Really? Wow. So, do you think there was an old factory there, or do you think they've just gone downriver over time? Or
I think there's probably a Model A truck in the river.
yeah, and they've just spread out over time, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that we're always finding very old car and truck parts, and not really able to date them. Well, except we did find a Model A hub. It was a whole wheel.
Yeah.
But the spokes were eat up out of it. They only had just little nubs on the spokes. But it would have had to come from the same vehicle, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, these are dated to 1931.
You remind me, actually. I don't think I've got it to hand. I don't think I have, but I found a little plaque, and it was off of a vehicle by a company called Sunrise, and they used to make really fast cars, but this is way back when. Except this one looks like it was from a military vehicle, dated around the same time as the truck you're talking about there.
Oh wow!
So
and it's called Sunrise.
Yeah, the Sunrise was the company it's made by. Was Sunrise. I've got the plaque somewhere. It's got the whole chassis number on and something, but I'm not sure where I put it.
That is very cool.
I'll have a little look around while you carry on talking. I might find it.
No, you're fine. I've got a TV going, a phone going, and another phone going.
Everything going on then.
It's funny to me that the electronics that we have going on nowadays. Back when I was a kid, all we had was a black and white TV and a rotary phone.
Yeah. I've seen kids nowadays trying to use a rotary phone, and they've got no idea.
No, they'll ask what.
Not a clue.
They'll ask what it is. They have no idea.
Hello, Hertz.
Annie B says, "I wish I had a good place to fish nearby. I mean, we're on a river, but with the magnets I have, the water is clean." Oi, oi, Barry.
I found my waters close by to me are quite clean. I've had to start going further afield. But at the same time, I think that's quite a good thing because it means the waters are clean, so.
That means, yeah, I mean, that means that you're doing what you're supposed to do. The water's getting cleaned up, and that's what it's all about. We show a lot of ducks and geese on our videos now because they're coming back quite a lot of them actually. And I know it's not just because of us, but I like to think that we've helped out. I know last year that we got out over 15,000 pounds total.
Yeah.
Since we've been doing this, I'd say it's probably closer to 25,000 by now, but we've got a lot of stuff out of that water, and it's bound to help the wildlife.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like you say, I've seen over the past couple of years, I've been fishing this local area probably 4 years now, and in the past 2 odd years, the amount of fish and ducks and wildlife in general, and the size of the fish as well, has shot up exponentially. And it's probably not just me, but I know I've definitely helped, and it's amazing how much it does help.
Yeah,
It really does impact the environment positively.
yeah, and that's what this magnet fishing is supposed to be about. It's turned into a treasure hunt for most
Yeah.
people. Uh, you know, for us, the treasures are secondary. We're trying to clean up the environment, and if we get a little bit of history out of it in the process, we think that's good.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. It's like I've said in it might have been a recent video, it might be one that I'm releasing soon, I can't remember, but I quite kept getting batteries. And I was like, it might be a boring find, but it's a good find, because it means they're getting out of the water where they definitely shouldn't be, And so, exactly as you say, environment first, treasure second.
Yeah, absolutely. And we started metal detecting recently as well. And I don't know if the video has been out yet. I think it has. But Shannon found 22 batteries in one little 2-foot area, metal detecting. And it just killed me. I don't understand why. I mean, and the garbage can is like,
Right,
50.
yeah, right. It's always close by.
Yeah. And it doesn't make any kind of sense why people would do that. I mean, and you can't blame it all on just kids,
Yeah. No, it is pure laziness for a lot of the time, unfortunately.
Yeah. And it just amazes me how bad people treat the environment. And I really didn't pay attention to the environment until we started magnet fishing. I mean, I'll be honest, I really didn't. I mean, we were doing urbex, and we were doing paranormal videos when we first started, and something called Randonautica. But I really didn't notice the environment until we started magnet fishing, and man, it just tore us up. I mean, what we see, it's just unreal. I mean, we go to this one areas where we have to park, and Shannon's out there with a litter picker, picking up stuff along the way. I'm pushing my walker, picking up litter in this one little area of the park where you park, and you come back the next week, and it's all back there. It's back there again. I don't know. It amazes me how people do the world.
It's the same with the stretch of river I've got here quite close to me. There's one particular stretch of river, and it's almost like it's an alleyway with a river alongside it. And so people when they go along there, and it's also next to a lot of pubs. So I find so many bottles where people have just thrown them in cans and bottle caps, and yeah,
it just blows me away. I mean, the garbage can to be sitting right there, and they will bypass the garbage can completely and just throw it on the ground or up against a tree or whatever. We went to a bridge yesterday. They have just resurfaced the road. They call this bridge. They probably got them over there as well. They call this bridge Crybaby Bridge here, and it's where a lot of the young adults and kids hang out, and it's all graffitied up, the sides of the bridge and everything. Which I've got my own opinions about graffiti. If graffiti is art, then it's art. But if graffiti is just somebody writing foul language and just stuff like that, it's not art. Well, this whole bridge is covered. I mean, it's a small bridge, and it's just covered with graffiti. And they had just resurfaced the road, and they started graffitiing the road again. I mean, this thing was just paved about 2 weeks ago, and they started graffitiing across the road, writing foul language and stuff. And it just...
There's no need for that.
No. And it's in such a beautiful area. It's surrounded by woods. Trees come across the road where hardly any sunlight gets through there, and it's just beautiful. Then you come up to this bridge, and it's nasty. But what's surprising was the water was the cleanest water I've seen while magnet fishing.
Oh, really?
Nothing but magnetic rock would come up.
That's interesting.
It really is. What's funny was Shannon and I were hanging off another bridge, and we look up, and there's 2 policemen surrounding us. Someone had called them saying that they saw people hanging off the bridge. This happens to us quite often. This is like the 3rd or 4th time that it's happened to us. But we got to talking to them, and the one cop said, "Yeah, go down to Crybaby Bridge. There ought to be a lot of stuff down there." And the last time we were there, we had some really cheap magnets from like Amazon or whatever. I'm not downing anybody's magnet, but that's what we had. And we pulled up a muffler and stuff like that before. But he told us to go down there. There's probably all kinds of stuff, and there was absolutely nothing. Clean water. But the cop thing, that happens to us all the time. People calling saying there's people getting ready to jump off a bridge.
The worst I've had is a policeman shout over a bridge at me saying, "Oi, I'm going to arrest you for poaching." And I'm like, "What? Poaching what? I'm doing the opposite. I'm helping the fish." Like,
that's crazy. The first time that it happened to me, I was hanging over a really high bridge, pulling some stuff up. It's about, I'd say, 65 foot straight down.
Yeah.
And I was pulling this stuff up, and then I raise up and turn around. There are 6 policemen surrounding me. They had their hands on their guns, saying, "Don't move, don't move." And I'm like, "Oh, hold up. I'm just magnet fishing." And they looked at each other and they said, "Really?" And I had to explain to them what it was. And they said that they got a call saying a giant is getting ready to jump off the bridge here in town.
For goodness sakes.
I mean, here I am. I've got a walker sitting next to me. I've got a camera strapped to me, and ropes and magnets laying beside me, and they come up saying, "Well, somebody said there was a giant going to jump off the bridge." And I didn't even know there was. You can't make that stuff up. And I mean, if I was going to find a way to do something like that, it sure wouldn't be doing it off a bridge, because I'm afraid of heights. Well, it's ridiculous. But yeah, that happens all the time. I got a hold of a Karen. I had a Karen come up to me. First one of the year came up to me. It was last week. That almost turned into a police thing as well.
Oh.
But and it wasn't actually to even do with me. I was on a bridge. There were 2 guys below me that were actually fishing.
Yeah.
And I turned and I saw them. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you guys were there. I'll pull my line out. Y'all go ahead and continue fishing." And they said, "No, absolutely not. You go ahead and do what you're doing. We're interested in it." I was like, "Wow." I said, "Cool." And then about that time, a woman comes out from a house about 150, 200 feet away, saying, "You guys can't be down there fishing. That's private property." And just started really cussing them out and raising 10 kinds of heck with them. And I said, "Whoa, wait a minute." I said, "So you own the water rights here?" And she goes, "No, but we own the land." I said, "Well, they're not on your land. They're on city land. That right there was poured by the city. The concrete they're standing on is poured by the city. They didn't trespass across your land to get there. They came from underneath the bridge. So it's none of your concern. And she just kept on and on and on. And she said, I'm going to call the police on you. I said, call them. They know me by my first name. Call them, please. You know, and it just, I caught part of it on camera. So
it's always the way.
Yeah. When I told her I was filming, she just walked away.
Yeah.
It's funny how that happens when you say you're filming them. I know you've had problems.
I had a bad Karen. Yeah, I've had a Karen's before.
Yeah. I've seen those videos. I've seen those videos. And I always said, well, that's not going to happen to us. Well, it has several times.
So I always find it funny because people choose to live next to water and yet they get annoyed by the sound of a splash. I'm like,
yeah.
What?
And there's no way that she can own the water because it's the city's, it's city water. Unless you own water rights, you don't own it.
Yeah.
You know, get over yourself. People like to fish. People like to magnet fish. People like to just walk in the creeks. It's none of their concern. And
excuse me just 1 second. I just need to go get a Rizzler. Sorry.
Sure.
I'll be 1 second.
Fine, brother. Lee Drellick Hunters. Hello, William. I'm sorry I've been not seeing the comments. I'm going to go back and see who all's in here. One man, one magnet, and friends. Hello, buddy. Got a lot of people in here, a lot of comments. Nightheart, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you all. Our guest today is Shay from Discovering Dorset the Shay Way. I need to go magnet fishing before it turns into a map or into a nap. Okay. Man, I get my eyes checked. This is terrible. Towpath says I only just got a notification. I'm sorry, brother. We've been on for about 37 minutes. We'll be on for a little while longer.
Oh, sorry. Please excuse that.
Oh, you're fine, brother. You are fine. I was just going back through the comments. Some people said that they just now got the notification that we were on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If anybody has not, you might probably need to go back and check your subscription. Make sure you're subscribed to everybody that you are normally subscribed to, especially subscribe to Discovering Dorset the Shay Way.
Thank you kindly.
And for Real Deal Magnet Fishing as well. We noticed that some subs get taken away out of the blue for no reason. So go back and check all your subscriptions and your notifications. We got Nightheart in here. Nightheart, I do apologize to you, brother, for not being able to do what we said we was going to do. But we just, after all the things that has been going on in our house with this paranormal stuff, we just don't want to do it. We're not gonna touch it. I do apologize for that, but
is this private stuff, or is this stuff you spoke about? If not, it sounds kind of juicy.
It is juicy. It's a few minutes ago I told you that Shannon and I was doing urbex and paranormal stuff, and I'm the biggest skeptic in the world, Shay. I am the biggest skeptic you'll ever see. But we were doing a investigation at a old cemetery, and basically something followed us home.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. Don't know if it's demonic or if it's just a spirit. I don't, like I said, I'm the biggest skeptic in the world. You have to prove to me that something's going on, but I can believe my own eyes and my own ears. and I just don't want to take a chance on bringing that, something else into this house when we've just, after I told Neidhart that we were going to do a paranormal investigation for their life, some strange stuff started happening again here at our house, and I'm not gonna take a chance with my grandson in the house.
Yeah.
If it was just me, it would be different. I'd go head first into it, but I got to think of my wife and my grandson and my dog, and I'm just not willing to put that at risk. And
I'm
I
a
know
skeptic myself, and I'm still a skeptic, but I'm a skeptic in the sense of I don't really know what to call it, rather than I don't believe there's something going on. And that's simply because I can't not trust my own senses. And when I've literally felt someone on my hair, moving my hair, doing this, and I've spoke to my friend in front of me and said, look at me, and he said, why is your hair moving? I kind of have to believe there's something going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't say there isn't, but at the same time, as you say, I'm a skeptic. So it's like...
Absolutely. Well, it's the night that I told Neidhart that we were going to do it. I'm talking about within the same few seconds, I had gotten up. This happened on right after I got off the live with him. I went to the kitchen and turned my back, and something fell off the baker's rack. It's this little ceramic mermaid, and there's no way it could have ended up all the way across the kitchen.
Yeah.
From that point, there's just no possible way it couldn't have fallen and rolled that far.
There was force behind it. It wasn't just... Yeah.
And it didn't break. Is what was strange too. It did not break. It should have broken, because the tail of the mermaid I had to glue back on, because it fell straight down one time and broke. But
so it was already weak.
Yeah, it's already weak. But there's no way it could have went all the way across the room from a fall. No way possible. You can't make me believe it. And I'm not one of these guys that says everything's paranormal. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I believe my senses, like you said. And ever since that night we did the last paranormal investigation we did, things happened. It never happened before. So take that and do with it what you will. I know a lot of people don't believe in the paranormal, and I'm one of those people that don't. It's unexplained to me. Like you say, I can't put a name to it, but something sure as hell happened that night.
Yeah. So I've just recently released a video. I think it was the last video I released on my channel. A place called Verne High Angle Battery, and it's an old military battery from World War II, and it's where they would have had guns to fire at approaching ships and the like. And it's all abandoned now, and it's also all accessible and explorable. And I thought that would be actually quite a nice place to go and try do a little paranormal explore at.
Yeah, that would be, man. That would be. My thing is be careful. I tell everybody that does it, be careful, because you may bring something home you don't want. Yeah. And I'm not a big paranormal person anymore, but there's things that happen that I can't explain, and I can't put a name to it, but I know it's weird.
Yeah.
Whether it be energy or what, what do you call something like that? I for real, because I can't say with 100% certainty on anything.
Well, we know for a fact, as much as we can call facts, we know for a fact that other animals can see different wavelengths of light, for instance, and we can't see those wavelengths of light. So there's energy in different wavelengths that we obviously can't perceive. That's a factual thing, but I can't tell you any more other than that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. It just, and here's the problem that I have, and I'm not pushing my belief system on anybody. I don't care what you are or what you believe, but Shannon and I are Christians, and we believe a certain way, and we believe that there's good and there's evil. I know that, from the Bible. And again, I'm not pushing this, and I'll get off of it real quick. But from the Bible, I know that there are angels, and I know that there are demons. Who's to say? It could be one or the other. It's just something we don't know. And again, I have issues with saying it's departed loved ones. All I can tell you is I know what the Bible says about that. And that's all I can tell you. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave the religion thing alone because that's not what we're here to talk about. But again, this whole paranormal thing is just strange to me. And I can't put a finger on it, and I don't really want to. I don't want to be bothered with it because I don't want anything brought into my house any more than what's already here.
I think if we understood it, it wouldn't be so much of a worry.
Probably.
The same as most things. Once you understand it, even if it's something that can harm you, the more understanding you have of it, the more safe you can be around it.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just the fact that I think more or less, like you say, it's the fact of not knowing, the unknown. Why does that happen?
Hello, Stuart.
Stewie, how are you doing, brother? Good to see everyone in here. Who else in here? Check this. My son has a car toy, hasn't had batteries in it for a while, and it turned on one night. See, stuff like that is crazy. How do you explain a toy turning on that requires batteries but had no batteries in it?
Oh, yes. So I have moving completely onto a completely different subject and rewinding almost right back to the beginning of this live.
Yeah.
I found this in Weymouth Harbour, which was quite cool. I haven't ID'd it. I haven't got a full ID on whether it's a harpoon or a spear or a large handled knife. I'm still not 100% sure. So if anyone watching has any idea, then please let me know. There is a number 4 on it. That's all I can tell you.
Do you know Tony Robertson?
Oh yeah, I should put it up on his new page, shouldn't I?
Yeah. That might help out.
That's a good shout, actually.
To anybody saying hello to Shannon, she is not here. I have her phone, so she can't. I don't know if she's watching on my daughter's phone or not, but I have to use her phone to do the live. So I'll say hi to you back from Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. Yeah, Shannon's on the phone. She says hi, everyone.
And for those that are watching this live and never seen that kind of phone before, I know what it is. I know what kind it is. Hello, Gerd.
Hello, Gerd.
Gerd is on everyone's live, man. Hello, North Ants.
Massive supporter. Hello.
Hello. I don't know if it's Nigel or who it is from North Ants. Terry, maybe. I think it's Nigel. Good to see you. Glad to have you all on here.
Just so you're aware, I am probably going to have to cut off myself in about 10 minutes, only because 10 minutes, not 5, only because my mum's looking after both of my children at the moment on her own.
That's quite all right, brother. We
I don't
normally
mean to seem rude or anything like that.
You're not being rude at all. We normally go about an hour and 15 minutes, so we're almost at an hour right now. That's totally fine. I got some stuff I need to take care of as well. I just want to say hello to Jamie O'Sullivan. That's a new name.
Hello, Jamie. Yeah, new to me as well.
Glad to have everyone in here.
It's Nigel. Hello, Nigel.
Hello, Nigel. Very proud to have Shay on here with us. We've known Shay for quite some time, I guess.
It's been a while, actually, yeah, to be fair now.
Probably 3 years or more.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're one of the first people on YouTube. You and a couple other UK magnet fishers were the first people on YouTube that I spoke to that actually had other groups. And I think you were the first people from the US that I actually spoke to, not in person, but on video call or on message, if you see what I mean, via YouTube. YouTube's opened me up to so many different people. It's amazing.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? I mean, Gerd is from Norway.
Yeah.
And I see her once a week at least on chat on people's lives. And it just amazes me. I mean, 25 years ago, this would not have ever happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never be speaking to people. And to be honest with you, and I'm not downing any other country. I love my country, but I speak to people in the UK every day. Every day. And I very rarely do I speak to people in the U.S. I mean, I've got a circle of people in the U.S. that I speak to on a daily or every other day, thing. But I talk to people in the UK more than I talk to people in the US.
I found a lot of US friends, so I'm almost on the flip with that. I found a lot of people in the US are very friendly, which is nice. Not that people in the UK aren't friendly, but we definitely have a bit more of a shield up. Rather than, I've noticed a lot of people from the US can be a lot more straight up, hello and welcome. Whereas people in the UK can be a bit like, hello, and you are? Do you know what I mean? That's the difference I think I've seen.
I was going to say the exact same thing and the opposite.
Really? Maybe it's the people we see and we talk to, or maybe it's the countries we live in, and maybe we're more welcoming and open to other people from other countries. I don't know.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. But everybody knows that over half of our subscribers are from the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Nigel. You're not wrong.
I've met some amazing people through this world hobby. I've met some idiots too. Yeah, Nigel. I agree, brother.
It happens.
It happens. I mean, it happens in the US just as much as it does in the UK. The drama, which we try to distance ourselves from it. And I don't get into
that. Can go away.
I don't get into it. Care about it. It's none of my business. S&N Photography and Magnet Fishing. Well, hello. That's a new name as well.
Welcome. Hello.
S&N. I'm going to be checking you out here shortly. Thanks, man. Me too, Nigel. Probably the same as you. Okay. Yeah, but it just amazes me that I can talk to people across the world in just 2 seconds, now, to where if I had to 25 years ago, I would have to make a long distance phone call that would have cost me $30, $40 just to make
Sorry, I don't
No,
mean
go
to
ahead.
interrupt. I've just remembered there's a great group in Jamaica, Jamaican Magnet Fishing, I think they're called.
I just recently saw them.
Yeah, yeah. There's this again. All across the world, you can meet up, and there's something to relate to with everyone. It's great.
And who would have thought about it? I mean, Jamaica. I never would have thought about magnet fishing there. I would have thought about spear fishing or regular fishing because of the sea
Yeah.
that's around. But they do magnet fishing there, and it's crazy. It is worldwide. You know, I always thought Gerd was from Sweden. I always thought that, but she's from Norway, and
Yeah.
I always kid her about that. S and N are my daughter Shannon and her fiance Neil. Well, why didn't you say so, Stuart? I didn't know that was Shannon and Neil. Good grief!
Well, hello, Shannon and Neil.
Absolutely, Shannon and Neil. I'm so sorry. You got a YouTube now. I will go check that out and subscribe. I'm sorry I didn't realize who it was. Juma
Yeah, I
Kundis.
definitely want to get back down fossil hunting again, though. I've caught the bug for it a little bit after getting that ammonite. I don't know if people saw because it was right at the beginning. This weekend, just gone, I found this ammonite fossil just on the beach near me. I want to get back down there again and see if I can find anything else because they had loads of crystal-filled rocks as well. So
I wonder. I mean, can you take that to somebody to get it aged to find out how old it is?
I have got a museum in town who might be able to help me. Yeah. But I assume from the Jurassic period, and I'm only saying that because I'm on the Jurassic coast. But I believe the ammonites, the species of ammonites, were one of the first species that we can know recorded because they lived in the sea and they've lived in the sea almost all the way through. So I don't know. It could be any age, so I'll have to get it checked.
Let's see. Bart Cubbin says, very cool. Hello, Bart.
Hello, Bart.
Gert said, Henrik is from Sweden. Yeah, I know. That's right. Henrik is from Sweden. But that's probably another idea we're going to steal off of you. I always give you credit, though. I always do. The mudlarking, the maglarking, the bottle hunting, pretty much everything we do other than magnet fishing, we've stolen from you.
It's spreading the love, as long as people can enjoy it. That's what the important thing is,
What is the old saying? Good ideas are borrowed, great ideas are stolen.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, we got some new stuff coming up this summer when the water goes back down. Like I said, I'm going to be tying a magnet to my walker and dragging it behind me for the first time. Then we got the stick magnets that we're going to be doing. A lot of new stuff coming up. We've got what y'all call a mangle over there.
Oh yeah.
We've got one of those that is buried. There's about an inch of it showing, and we can't get it up.
Complete.
I'm hoping it.
Yeah.
It's so deep that our magnets won't pull it up, and the hook. I put a grappling hook on it and can't get it up with two people. So we're going to have to dig it out and pull it up about a 30-foot embankment to get it out.
It's going to be a mission then.
It's going to happen this year, though. It's going to definitely happen. But I know you're getting ready to go back to see your mom and tell your family we said hello and we love them and best wishes to you all. We've been on for right at an hour now, so. To all,
same to you and yours, and thank you very much for having me on. It's been very nice to be on and great to chat with you. And hopefully, I'll chat with you guys again soon. And thank you to everyone else for being very kind and not saying anything nasty to me.
Nobody will say nothing nasty on my channel. I'll make sure of that. But thank you for coming. It's been an honor for me to talk to you, and I really appreciate that. Be safe out there. And to all that are in here, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. we're almost at 2,000 subs now. We're just like 40 away. I know we can do it. I know we can. So tell your friends about us. Tell everybody about Shay's channel, Discovering Dorset the Shay Way.
Thank you.
Anybody you want to shout out, Shay?
Yeah, 10 magnet fishers. I've been growing alongside him on YouTube. Basically, I met him just after I met Real Deal here, George and Shannon, and he's been working his way up, and he really does put a lot of effort in. So yeah, 10 magnet fishers. He's a really good guy. If you don't know him, check him out.
Absolutely. Great channel. Great channel. Okay, everybody. Thank you for watching. Shay, thank you for being on. I really appreciate it. Much love.
Sorry.
Respect.
And Towpath Dippers. If you don't know him, he's just changed back to his channel to Towpath Dippers. Disabled Magnet Fishing International. Let's go. Sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Towpath is great. Andrew's great. Kingfishers, everybody, Annie B, everybody that's in here, thank you so much. Support each other. And we will see you again real soon. Take care, Shay.
Cheers. Bye-bye.